Hey, what's happening, guys? We are back for another episode here. Getting ready to try the competition blend one more time. I mean, we really screwed it up last time, so I don't know. We failed. It was miserable, but we're going to give it one more shot here today. As you might be able to see on the screen below, we've got everything prepared this time. So I took some extra time, got things ready, and we're going to give it a go step by step, try to follow the process, and see if we can't make it happen. So sit back, relax, and get ready to, I don't know if I'd say enjoy the ride or not, but this is pretty much where we're at this point. Oh my God. All right. Well, let's start to get into it here. Welcome to Brewmaster. If you've never played this one before, it's a whole lot of fun. As you can see here on the counter, we've got things set up. That annoying noise over in the corner is our almost like a pressurized cooker, if you will. And then apparently we have overflowed our water yet again. All right. That's what happens when you're getting ready for stuff and you forget what you're doing. All right. Let me get rid of some of this water real quick. Okay. All right. Okay. So we were almost ready, apparently, but not quite. Not 100%, at least. All right. So we're going to heat that up as some backup water. We might need that here in a little bit, but you can see we've got all the ingredients laid out. Looking good. We've got our different blends of grains. We're going to do a mash here today. And then, of course, this guy, we're waiting for this to come up to temp. So we've screwed this up a couple of times in the past. We're going to try to not screw up today. I'm going to guess we're probably going to screw up, but we're going to follow the instructions step by step over on the right-hand side of the screen. You can see that. So first step to this special competition beer, we're making an Irish Stout today. And it is going to be done in a mash tun. We're basically putting the grains in. We're going to mash it, let it soak for a bit to really absorb some of that flavor before we get into the cooking part of what we want to do. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to speed up time just a little bit to get the control on the temp where we need. You can see the second step there is to get to 79 degrees. We're going to speed this up just a little bit. And once we get pretty close, we'll let it roll there. All right. It'll come up the rest of the way while we do this. All right. So first step, we got to add everything in now. We've got to be a little bit careful because each one of these, as you can tell, you didn't see, I didn't pull it out on camera, but you only get a certain amount. So you got to pour the right amount in. So we're going to start with the Irish Stout. We need 2.5 kilograms, and we've got 4 currently in the bag. So see if we can get that kind of close to begin with. And you know what? It's a science, but not a science I'm really great at. So let's get a little more here. All right, we'll stop right there. And then our guy's loaded, so we just throw stuff away. That's how we get down. Second one, the flaked barley. Where's that? All right, this guy, and we're going to need most of it. We'll get that going. 950 altogether. You can see what's in the bag and what is poured. If you guys are into brewing beer or anything like that, this is actually kind of cool. It's relaxing. You don't have to clean up at your house. You've got nothing to worry about. Oh, okay. So I saw 950 something, so I'm going to call that one good. All right, next, the Ultra Pale. This guy here. And looks like we're going for about 700 of this one. All right, so not a lot. Dump the guy in. There we go, getting close. A little bit more. Oh, nope. We're going to call it close enough. Just under 700 on that guy. Now the biscuit. Oh, there it is. Biscuit also doing most of this as well. So, you know, on the last couple that I did, if you saw the last episode, you probably didn't. It's all right. But the biscuit, 800. All right. we were off by just a little, or maybe I missed an ingredient. I'm not quite sure. But either way, that's okay. Going for 800. Next one should have it. There we go. All right, a little bit over. I saw like 811 or something. That's all right. And then the black barley. Here we go. Last one. 290. Not much on this one. And okay, that's about 300, but close enough. All right, cool. So we have got our mash prepared. So now we need to add 21 liters of water, which is at 79 degrees. So this is actually part of the reason that we're using this device here instead of just cooking water, say like over there, because we need it to be spot on, and we can see we are just about spot on right now. So go ahead and grab this little tube guy, hook it up there, open this up, and hook it up there. All right, cool. So you can see that kind of animation, whatever. That's pretty slick. Not too bad. And then we'll go ahead and open the tap. So as we open the tap, and we'll mark that one off. Remember, we need 21 liters altogether brewed, but we need 10 to actually go into this guy. And you can see how it's kind of going in. This is going a little slow. It's speeded up with time. But got something you got to keep an eye on. All these things when you're adding ingredients or whatever it is you're doing. So I'm going to speed up time just a little bit so we can get this going. And then as we get closer, we're going to slow it back down. Kind of cool. You can see the animation in the game as well too. A lot of the different parts of the process have the animation. So yeah, kind of cool. Neat little game if you like stuff like this. All right, coming up to 6 and 7. We're going to be aiming for 10, and we got to get pretty close on that because we got to keep the water at a certain temperature throughout the rest of the mash. All right, so we're going to slow it down right here, and then we're going to cut her off. We'll turn that off, and yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tube off because we're going to need to cover that mash for a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to get some contamination. All right. So now that we've done that, we'll check that off, and we need to hold it for an hour. And you can see the temperature as you hover over this. In fact, if you hit G on your keyboard, it'll bring up some other things that are going on. You can see the changes live as the beer, or in this case, as the mash is starting to be made. So, again, kind of cool. But we got to hold it at least at about 65. And you'll notice the next step, we need to put 11 liters in. So if we have 10 right now, we got to put 11 total. That'll get us to 21. So we've got to keep it at a certain temp, but we probably don't want to go over about that 21 mark. We get too much water in there. Not only is it going to fill too much and overfill, but it's going to change the way that the beer comes out in the end. So real important to get these kind of as close as we can. So with the magic of time, we're going to speed up a little bit and watch our temp over on the picnic cooler or on our mash. We're going to make sure we don't go too far down below the 65 degree mark. And we're keeping an eye on our time as well too, because we need to let this go for about an hour. So I wish they had like a little ding timer thing built into this game. That would actually be kind of cool. But that's not something they have. So you actually got to physically keep an eye on the time when you pull up the watch. Yay, good times for that. Responsibility, being an adult, yay. All right, so we're going to speed this up a little bit more. And we'll get to about that 65 degree part. All right, cool. So we're going to stop it right there just for a minute, throw it back down here, get our tube one more time, hook that bad boy up. Now keep in mind, it says we just need to keep the mash at that temp. It doesn't really give us a temp at which we need to, pour it in at. So that's going to be up to you, kind of how you want to play the game or whatever. So in this case, I'm going to go off here again, put the tube in, open that bad boy up. And then we're going to be looking down here as well. So remember, we started with 10. We got to get to 21 total. And we don't want to go too far, but we want to keep the temp up. And at the same time, you gotta watch the time. We're aiming for about 15 after. Somewhere around there should be pretty good. So we're gonna bring this up probably a couple liters just to get the temp up and try to help get us through the rest of the mash. Alright, so we're gonna stop right about there for now. Go ahead and pull this tube off again. And shut that guy there. Drop that off. Put the mash up. And we're going to speed through a little bit more time trying to get to that 15 after mark. I think our temps are going to come down a little bit in the mash because, I don't know, may do one more of those. Find out here in a second. Yeah, let's do one more. Temps coming down a little bit. One more time. Grab the tube. Put it on, open that guy up, put that in, and let her rip. We're gonna speed this up just a little, keep an eye on the mash, bring this back up to temp. You can see it, it's getting full. And we got about 15 minutes left or so. So we'll go ahead and cut that. Whoop. Take the time off. Cut the tube. That's not the button I wanted. Cover that bad boy back up and let it sit. So now let's go ahead and fly through the rest. Let's get to that 15-minute mark. And then we'll shut the mash down. Yeah, it's pretty close on time overall. Not too bad. All right. So now that we've accomplished that, we'll mark it off, and now we are going to heat 11 liters would be total of water to 100, and in the brew container, and then transfer the rest of it to the mash. And you can see we've got almost 21 liters right now. So, I mean, we could take some out, we can change some things about it. You know, this is not a good place. Definitely not exactly where we want to be. But for now, let me take this away. Let me clean this guy out real quick. Alright, that audio just kills me sometimes. So, alright, that's going to be it. In this case, let's check our water. Yep, we're almost at 100. We're going to go ahead and grab that, at least for right now. Pour a little more in. Don't know if this is actually going to do it. I'm just going to add a little bit. Yep, that was a little too much. That's alright. No problem. Yeah, I need more water. Alright. No? Yeah, we're good. Okay, let me just throw this back over there and let that burn off for a little bit. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we've got a very full mash. Temperature's not exactly up where we need it to be, but we're going to have to deal with it for now. Alright, so now we need to get this into a brew container. And in this case, we're going to go back to our electric kettle. And we're going to throw it down here just because of the whole gravity thing. And connect the tube and pop this off. And we'll throw our tube inside of here so we can begin that transfer. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and transfer, I think, most of it out. And yeah, you can see it already going. Let's go ahead and speed this guy up and see where we're at. Yep, that's going to be pretty full. I'm going to cut it off right about there. And we're looking at 21. Yeah, not too bad. Oop, well, that'll work. Alright, and then let's go ahead and also, since we've got the transfer part, get this guy up to 100 degrees. So you got full control all the way up and down. Kind of cool. It's a nice little device. Helps out. Speeds things along. And let's go to 100 and set it at that and let that guy go. While that's happening, we can go ahead and clean out some of our stuff we're not going to be using anymore. Drop that off. Confirm. And then in this case, we're not going to need this anymore. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Alright. So, you can see the current temp there coming up on 70 degrees. Let's go ahead and speed that guy up. All right, now we're sitting about 100. Tube we don't need. All right, so we can see here we've got a couple of different steps to get the hops going. So the first one we're going to start out with is cluster. I've already got that ready. We're going to go ahead and drop that. Whoop, that's not what we wanted. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right, place item E. All right, so we need to go 50 minutes on this one. We're about 50 after, so let's go ahead and speed it up. And as you can see, as we're boiling with the top off on this guy, we are losing liquid. So we're gonna hope we're there. Probably should have kept some of the mash. I don't know. That's all right though. No problem. All right, that part's done. We're gonna add 20 grams of vanilla to the mix as well too. And I'm gonna have to find a spot where I can. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so poured, you'll notice just down below the vanilla on the right there. We're gonna get that to 20. Shaky, shaky, shaky. All right, that one's good. Drop that guy off. And then we need to go 10 more minutes on the timberline. So pull that up, place that guy in there. Go forward to 50 after. Always peaceful music in this game, gotta love it. Alright, so mark time on that one. Now, we're going to remove both of these guys. Throw these down. Don't need those. And then we need to cool it down. So, go ahead and cap it off. Go ahead and change our temp down to 20, just because. And then we're going to fast forward time just a little bit. In fact, we're going to fast forward time by about a day. As you go through the tutorial in the game, it tells you about a day will do it for you, and it looks like, yep, we're right on. All right, perfect. Okay, transfer to fermentation container. That's going to be this guy over here. So we'll grab that, drop that right down there, and grab our tube one more time. And if I can, let me take the top off of this. Hey, I want to connect this. What's going on? What's happening? Wait, I feel like this tube is dirty, or I don't know. No, we'll use it. All right, whatever. All right, connecting to one side, connecting to the other side, and let's open that guy up. So what do we got left? We got 20.2. Okay, all right. I think we're going to be pretty good. We'll go ahead and speed this up with the magic of the time as well. See it filling down at the bottom, and that is pretty full. All right, take that tube off, get rid of that guy, cover this guy up, and grab it and bring it back over here just for a minute. Cool. Now we need to add the yeast for the fermentation. So we've got that pulled out already. Go ahead and pull this guy up, and we're gonna pull the whole thing. So 150, that's what it is. Just go ahead and dump it in. All right, perfect. Drop that off. Seal that guy up. And now we need to ferment at 20 degrees. We can see we're still there for 15 days. So we'll come over to our handy dandy calendar and get it to 15 days and go for it. It's a lot better than waiting that whole time. All right, cool. So we can see some things happening, some sediment at the bottom, some floaties up at the top. Cool. Next thing is we're going to go ahead and do 90 grams of corn sugar. So we'll go ahead and grab this guy. We've got that out ready to go as well. And be real careful on this part. All right, 96, a little extra, not too bad. Cap it off. We can already see the magic happening inside. All right, not too bad. Now we got to transfer what's happening here into a conditioning container, which we've got one out and ready. So we will grab our handy dandy tube one more time. Open that guy Open that guy. Connect to one side here and one side here, and that process will start and we'll speed it up. All right, looks like we are all set with that, and we'll go ahead and remove the tube. If I can get the tube. All right. Cover that guy, throw that guy down. Don't need this. Drop that. Oh, clean that and drop her off. All right. So here is our batch. This is a conditioning container. It's got to sit for 21 days. Let's go ahead and do it, and then we'll take a peek and see kind of where we ended up with stuff. Advanced 21 days. Alrighty, there we go. Now again, if you hit G, you can see where you're at least at this point. On the left, you can look through a lot of different things, but we were trying to get that vanilla in there. We got that. We were hoping for some caramel. Looks like that's coming through as well too. So I think might be doing okay. I don't know. All we have left to do is go check it out. So give it a shake. Ah! Let's go see how we did. The moment of truth. All right, it looks pretty dark. It looks nice in that regard. So, oh, I think we missed it. I think we had to be at 40 for SRM. That would be very bad news if that's the case. That means we would have failed twice and once offline. Let's see how it comes out at the end. All right, we got flavor profile going all over the place. ABV's up there, that's good. IBU's looking good. Full body, contamination under 10, and gravity's up above double digits on the end. So we've got an Irish Stout. That's good. Just don't remember the rules of the competition to see if it actually qualifies. Since I don't remember, I'm a little nervous. All right, so let's get through this here pretty quick. Name of the beer. What is this? This is an Irish Stout. Let's go with Stout Pout. Pout, P-U-P-O-P, Pout, Stout Pout. Yeah, close enough. All right, English, gotta love it. All right, Irish Stout. We're gonna use the Belgian bottle. I've only got 2 right now. That is fine. We like the goblets on this one. I don't know, it just feels manly, possibly, or something like that. And on this guy, we're just going to do a standard label. I don't have the time I need right now to be able to make this all pretty, so we're just going to do that and call it a day. All right. Blah, 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 blah. That's all good. Yes. All right, let's submit it and see where we're at. The moment of truth. And we hit the competition. Let's go. Where's my celebration? I don't even have my celebration buttons right now. Do I? Do I have celebration buttons right now? Let's go. Allahu Akbar!
These nuts. Got him.
All right.
Got him.
Now, here's the thing. We had judge preferences that we wanted to hit, but we kept failing, like totally failing on the whole thing. So I just opted to try to make it happen. We did it today. We're going to take it. I don't know. I'm a little sad, to be honest with you, but I'm also very happy that we were able to do it. So, yay. Good times. Let's go, Mr. Red Panda. All right. Can't complain too much. Okay. Let's go ahead and put our beer up here for now. And... yep, looks good up there along with the rest. There's some real good stuff up here. We'll come back and look at some of the beers at another time. Since we did win, let's go see what Amazon brought us. Hopefully we have our... no, we don't. Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Blah, 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 blah. No. Oh, we have to wait. I'm sorry. Actually. All right. So we've submitted the beer. That's right. And now we have to wait until the season is over so that we can go ahead and continue on. Part of what that means is I need to finish this job, and I'm going to go ahead and do that in a follow-up episode just to keep things broken up a little bit. We've been going about a half hour anyway. So if you ever see this, we're going to come back in the next episode and try to do the subtle notes and see if we can nail this one. Looks like it's not too bad. We need flavor note. It's above a strength of 4. 3 flavor notes themselves, and there are some bonuses here that we could win. So, I don't know. But for now, we'll do our handy dandy thing that we always do at the end, or at least we try to be a good maker of beer and clean up our kitchen. Let me just trash all of this, since that has been used, and get rid of our tube back into its little home. Well, everybody, I want to thank you again for anybody that has decided to come by and check out this episode. This is Book Gaming Community. This is a new thing we just started here on Twitch. We're uploading videos over to YouTube, of course, and hey, join our Discord. We're going to be giving stuff away. I'm all about community, building communities. I've done a lot of that over the years for other people, and now would like to kind of do it for myself. So, I don't know. Come over and hang out with us sometime. But even if you did see this here recently after the hours, I still appreciate you. For now, this is Book signing off, saying bye. Check out Brewmaster. It's pretty cool. And hey, we'll see you on the next stream.